Hey, yo, what's going on, guys? We're BFD, aka Bimbos Freeing Dingoes. And,
Is that what you were thinking of?
Yeah, it was. And we're here for the New Year's video.
So yeah, we're going to rank our top 5 movies of 2022, and then we'll throw in some honorable mentions and movies that we missed that we wish we had seen, either in theaters or just at all. We're going to give you our top 5 movies that we're looking forward to in the new year. So,
As in 2023.
correct.
Just to clarify.
For those of you who are coming here.
For those of you who can't see.
For those of you who can't see the tongue.
Yeah.
So anyways, do you guys just want to get into it?
Yeah, so I guess we'll start out with our number 5.
Yeah.
And I've got my handy dandy little notebook. You can call me Steve or Dora if you want to.
Okay. Kid shows are
Deeper
deeper
than you think.
think.
Except Bluey, which, I'll say it. I've only seen a few episodes.
Comments disagree with you on
Comments
this.
disagree with me.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's okay. I accept that.
Yeah. I don't. You're wrong. My number 5 is going to be Top Gun Maverick. It's a movie that you had to see in theaters. It was stunning cinematography, just all around, just a fun, energizing movie. It wasn't cynical like every damn movie is now. And you know what? That's at least something fun. It's something enjoyable. I'm not saying every movie has to be that, but it was refreshing to say the least, and I'm glad it made over $1 billion, I believe, at the box office.
And I did not get to see it. I missed it.
That comes later.
My number 5. This is a hard list to make. My number 5, even though I saw it the most, I think, this year, is Bullet Train.
That was a fucking awesome movie.
It was
I forgot it came out this
It's
year.
not your turn!
That was a fantastic movie. It's just, there's problems with it, but it's just a good action movie with a lot of really interesting characters and backstory, fully fleshed out. Michael Shannon as a Russian death king or whatever. But yeah, like Top Gun Maverick, just a all-around good time.
I will put my number 5. How about Nope, the Jordan Peele movie? I'd say number 5. When we did the review way back, because you guys saw it, I didn't really give it the biggest rating. I think I gave it like a 6.5, just because there was a lot going on. I didn't really get it.
That's accurate.
But yeah, no, I think it's a great Jordan Peele movie. I'm very excited to see what he has coming up next. We don't know what that is yet, but yeah, really,
The sequel.
really liked Nope.
My number 4 is The Batman, directed by Matt Reeves, and it's more so because not because I think The Batman is like the best made movie of the year or anything. I don't think that. I think it's lacking in the just logic department, and I don't really like how it characterizes Batman.
What is it? El Rada Alada.
A rat with wings.
The Penguin.
The Penguin! No. Yeah, it's weird, but I will say I would rather watch 100 The Batmans than one Thor: Love and Thunder.
My number 4, let me double check here, was The Northman. This came out super, super early in the year. I went and saw it in the theaters, and it was just a visual masterpiece. It looks beautiful. The action is slow, intense, and then builds up and then explodes. Something he did that I really appreciate is he stayed super, super true to the Norse mythology, because it has to do with Amleth, who was actually a precursor to Hamlet. Fun fact for you. What's your number 4?
My number 4, I would say, is X.
X. Okay. Not one I saw.
Yeah. So T West or Ty West, it's one of the first movies I've ever saw of his. It's an A24 movie. It's a great slasher, great horror film, but it does something very different, much like another movie that that's in my list. But
See later in the video for
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Timestamp below.
But yeah, no. If you haven't seen X, definitely Jenna Ortega's best work. Fuck Wednesday. The show,
But not-
yeah,
not-
show,
not
the
like-
show,
yeah,
the show,
and
yeah,
and the actor, not the
yeah,
character.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. But
And like a
yeah, I'll put X as number 3.
Wait.
4.
4.
Okay.
Jesus.
God.
Speaking of number 3,
All right,
it's
so-
transition.
That was a good one. So speaking of number 3, I just repeated what you said. All right, my number
So
3.
speaking of number 3,
My.
I'm
All right, my number 3. I hate it. I just feel it coming. My number 3 is Glass Onion. It's a sequel to Knives Out, but it's an anthology series, so you don't need to see the first one. I will say I do believe Knives Out is a better movie overall. Glass Onion definitely hit some things that I wasn't a huge fan of, but I will say it's definitely another just masterclass in the whodunit filmmaking.
Yes.
It is so enjoyable. You enjoy it every time. I really want to watch it again now that I've known the ending and see how they show it along the way. But from what I remember, they do a really excellent job of telegraphing what you need to know, so you could figure it out, but you won't the first time. And
correct. Much like the first one, where it he
Right.
knew when he walked in. Speaking of numbers, my number 3 is a sequel, and it's Sonic 2.
I knew those.
Man, oh man. Talk about good video game adaptations. The first one was great. Sonic 2 just improves on everything. More characters, more action, more laughs, more moments, and just an overall really good time. Underrated. You hear Sonic 2 and you're like, I didn't go see that as a kid. Do yourself a favor, go see Sonic 2. Oh, you know what? I saw Sonic 2 3 times in theater. That was my number one
Jesus,
theater
really?
movie. Yeah.
That does
It's
not
that
surprise me.
See, even right now, we have a hater over here.
And
You
I'm
haven't even
not-
seen the second.
I'm not
And
hating.
he's over here like Sonic 2.
No, I'm not hating you or the movie or anything. I just think it's funny that is the movie that you chose to see 3 separate times in
Yeah.
theaters.
Well,
I get it. You got egg stubs, so it doesn't matter.
Say egg stubs.
A stuff. A list. Sorry, I was thinking of the stubs thing that they had, and I combined it.
All right, now it's time for your number 3.
Okay, so for number 3, I'm going to go ahead and clear the air and say that it is Everything Everywhere All at Once. Everything Everywhere All at Once.
The movie that can never be named properly.
Yeah, it's
Ever.
it's a mouthful,
Everywhere.
but so is the theme of the movie, which is an everything bagel.
Was that a mouthful?
Yeah,
If you eat
Nice.
Everything bagel
It's
in one
everything.
bite,
Yeah.
it
On
is
a
a
bagel.
mouthful. It's
yeah.
true.
No,
You were trying.
that movie was great. At first when I saw it, I was like, yeah, it was awesome, but it wasn't the best thing ever. And the reason I said that is because it was just super hyped when I went to go see it, and I saw it in a very shitty theater. But looking back on it, I would say it's as of right now, I would say it's one of the best movies of the decade, and it's also the only movie this year and the only movie that I have seen that did multiverse right. That actually made it work. Because the other one was Multiverse Madness,
And that
and I can give that, if I can give that a negative rating.
and that movie
I
does
would.
make me mad.
Mine is borrowing off of Chris's list here, and it's actually I'm going to combine 2 movies and say it's X/Pearl. These came out. I don't know all the production details behind it, but these came out within a few months of each other, both this year. And one X came out first, and it's a horror movie, and it's pretty standard in terms of that. But its prequel is about the main villain, let's say, of the first horror movie, and it's also a horror movie. And I think you have to watch both. That's why I combined them into the same thing. I think you have to watch both to get the full story. But Jesus, Pearl is probably like the best horror movie that I have ever seen. It is shot like a fucking children's show in terms of in terms of like the actual like sets. Everything is oversaturated. Everything is bright and vibrant. And right over that exterior of brightness is just this underseating of like unease and tension and psychopathy. And it is just a very, very good movie. I highly recommend. If you have the chance to see it, you are not going to be disappointed. No matter what you like in a movie, you're going to like it. And the last fucking shot of that movie...
Oh, spoilers! I haven't seen it!
I'm not going to describe it, but it is going to give you nightmares.
Okay.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
It is definitely like one of the best movies.
Speaking of horror movies, my number 2 is Top Gun Maverick. Threw you a curveball right there. Call me Moneyball. Yeah.
Which is
that
another
Tom
movie.
Cruise?
No.
It's
That's
Brad Pitt.
yeah.
Same person. Kyle already talked about this one, Top Gun Maverick. I just, I had a really good time watching this film. And I'll tell you, I really do not like the first one. Like, at all. It's bad. All you folks that grew up watching that, look at me. It's bad. Don't defend it. It's bad. Especially this shot. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You do too. Oh yeah.
I haven't seen the first one in over a decade, so I have no idea.
Okay, that's all I gotta say about Top Gun Maverick.
Okay, so number 2, since we've been talking about horror films,
You're cheating when you did this.
What?
Okay, number 2, since we were talking about horror films, I'll throw you a curveball and say Barbarian, because as a horror film, that movie is a curveball. It is the first horror film, and that movie, by the way, this movie has like a special connection to me because I grew up watching Whitest Kids You Know.
Because he's a barbarian.
And
because he has someone in his basement. Because it's so similar to my own life.
They actually asked me if they could shoot at my house. And I said, yeah,
I already had a camera next to the bed.
They didn't have any set design. It was
Okay. A few things that really stood out to me with this movie. Zach Kreger is the writer and director. It's his first feature film, and if you don't know Zach Kreger, he is one of the main cast members from The Whitest Kids You Know, which is what pretty much founded what I find funny. So, but another classic example of a great comedian making a great horror film. Yeah. He wrote this with the intention of making a horror film that is truly subversive, to where you will have no idea like what's going to happen. Subversive, to where you'd have no idea what's going to happen next. And yeah, if you try to predict what's going to happen, you're just wrong. So if you really want a fresh take on a horror film that's not going to be predictable at all, and I think has a good resolution, definitely check out Barbarian.
My honorable mention is Amsterdam, which came out very recently. Bullet Train, which you guys had on your list, and Barbarian, which Chris also talked about. So those are just really good, but they weren't quite top 5.
Like I said earlier, this was a very hard list to make. There were surprisingly a lot of really, really good films that came out this year.
Yeah.
So I've got a couple. So The Batman is fantastic. Glass Onion, fantastic. DC League of Super Pets was such a cute little film. There's cussing in it, and it's rated like PG. Nope was another good one. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent was a super underrated film.
Forgot about that.
Minions 2, another sequel. People hate on it. It was a great time. And Morbius. I think I saw that twice in the theaters. which tied for my number 2 spot of seen in theaters
Hate.
with Bullet Train.
That's just okay, Chris.
I've seen it 4 times.
I don't care. Go, Chris.
I will say, I do wish that I saw Bullet Train in theater because that is just.
No, that's a separate thing. We're gonna do.
But I did see Bullet Train.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. You-
Yeah, Bullet Train was an amazing ride, pun intended. It's a really, really fun movie, and it's a really, really good movie. And,
What are you laughing?
I don't know, because I said pun intended in the most unenthusiastic way. It was so stupid.
Pun intended.
Bullet Train, yeah, watch that. Black Panther 2, the only good MCU movie that came out this year. And, there was another one, but I forgot. Oh,
Minions
Smile.
2.
Smile. It wasn't the greatest horror film, but, there were some good moments.
I want to be clear for the record. This man laughed in the theater, in Smile, and it has the audacity to claim that he enjoyed it. He laughed at the fucking end of the movie.
That doesn't mean it wasn't a good time.
Are you thinking about, are you thinking about, Violent Night?
Well, no, you did. You also laughed
I don't
in the
remember
entirety
doing it.
of that.
I don't remember doing it in Smile.
I'm pretty sure you laughed during Smile.
Probably
was
because
like-
they said something really fucking stupid.
Yeah, but okay. Anyway,
You mean like
The last 10 minutes of Smile is really good.
that is really good. Yeah.
really good.
I agree with that. It's like
The rest of it is dog
combine
shit.
Matrix, the beginning of Matrix 4, and the end of Smile, and you have something super, super interesting.
Yes.
Also, Violent Night is now on my Christmas tradition. It's a great.
I will
That is
never
good.
watch that movie.
Santa is a Viking. From
And they
like-
do nothing with it!
From like he gets a hammer.
That you know
At
what?
the end of the movie!
That is a separate thing. All right, so our number 1 pick for the top movie of 2022, mine is unsurprisingly Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. I just think, man, if people got more money to make creative stuff like this, cinema would be awesome right now because the technology that we have to make this stuff, as easy as it is to make it now, I mean, it's still hard, but as easy as it has ever been, it shows me ingenuity of storytelling and ingenuity of film creation, and it, honest to God, like it is, I genuinely think it's the best movie made this year. I might like other movies more, I might like to watch other movies more, but Everything, Everywhere, All at Once needs a better title, but other than that, it is certainly, in my opinion, the best movie of this year.
So my number 1, also unsurprisingly, was Beast.
Fuck you.
No, it wasn't. It was also Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's not that hard to say. I don't know what you guys are. But yeah, man, I connected the most with this film. I had the most emotional response to it. It left me truly wanting to be a better person. And I mean, like Kyle said, everything about this film is so unique and so beautiful. The score is just transcendental. It all works together. The first sequence, it's like the first 3 minutes. It's like it's the second shot maybe. There's like the mirror.
Oh,
and
yeah.
there's wide shot in this mirror, and then it's just so beautiful. It's so unique.
Yeah.
In just every way possible. Not a 10 out of 10, but maybe the closest we'll ever get
Yeah.
I agree.
in a long time. Just because, yeah, it's just...
I mean, honest to God, I would not be surprised if that becomes the best movie of the decade. Or if like you think of movies in decades, like that'll be up there in that list of like a 2020s. So
The Daniels, this is their second feature. They also made a film called Swiss Army Man, which is
Yeah.
also just hilarious.
it's a good movie.
Daniel Radcliffe, Paul Dano, and Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Check it out.
Barely.
Links below.
That's not a movie. Alright, Chris.
Okay. So, yeah, my number one definitely proves that A24 really had their work cut out for them this year because my number one is Pearl. I love horror movies. There are not many horror movies that actually manage to frighten me, and oddly enough, this movie did. There are some just the cinematography is insanely amazing. There's a tracking shot around the end of the film that still gives me goosebumps.
Yeah.
And oh god, it's one of the best shots I've ever seen in a movie. But and speaking of that, Mia Goth really just came out of nowhere with this.
Mm-hmm.
This is some of the best acting from a horror movie antagonist I've ever seen. There is a long shot.
Well, she's the protagonist.
Well, she's a protagonist and antagonist, but there is a long shot that goes on for what feels like 10, and I'm pretty sure it goes on for near 5, and it is just
Her
pure.
monologue?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is just pure, unadulterated acting.
No cuts, no camera movement,
No.
just straight up camera locked on a tripod.
And she co-wrote this film.
Yeah.
So yeah, and yeah.
You
Pearl is absolutely number one for me.
So now that we've talked about all the movies we have seen, there are a lot of movies that I know I didn't get to see, but one in particular. Do you have any like that?
Yeah, Everything Everywhere All at Once. I didn't see it in theaters, and I kicked myself for not. I
Yeah.
wish I had seen that in theaters.
I barely did.
Yeah, I got it on Blu-ray and watched it, and I wish
Not even 4K.
not. Well, I don't have a 4K TV, so there's no. That's a different discussion.
Yes, you
anyways.
do.
I don't have a 4K TV. I'm telling you, that's not a 4K TV.
Oh,
Yeah.
the one I did not get to see. There's a couple actually. Was The Whale. Brendan Fraser
yeah.
on the comeback. Dude.
I know. I wanted to
Did
see
not
that.
get to see it.
They weren't playing that.
Well, it
No,
came out like 2 days ago.
It's
right?
in no.
No, it came out
That
a
was
couple
Banshees of
weeks.
Inisherin came out a couple days ago, which I
Yeah.
also didn't have to see. No, but Brendan Fraser on the comeback. Much love to your brother.
Yeah. I am upset that I still haven't seen Marcel the Shell with Shoes On.
Mm.
That's another A24 film that I really wanted to watch. Also Babylon.
Yeah.
And yeah.
When I when I looked up what was coming out in 2023, I looked up what came out in 2023.
And hasn't yet. So if Google gave him answers, we're living in the Matrix. All right, so my top 5 pick for movies that we're going to see in 2023, Cocaine Bear. I have to see it. That's all I'm going to say. I have to see it.
Based on a true story.
It looks stupid, and I can't wait to see
Yeah.
it.
My number 5 is the D&D movie.
Hmm.
Ugh! We got one back in like the 90s, and we're finally getting another one, and I'm super excited.
I'm actually looking forward to the Barbie movie.
Yeah.
Starring Ryan Gosling and my girl Margot Robbie.
And written by Greta Gerwig, there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Greta Gerwig, who also
Greta
was
Thunberg.
hashtag Andrew Tate. Greta Gerwig was also in Wiener Dog. Check it out. Links below.
All right.
Number 4.
Number 4 pick is also the 4th movie in a franchise for me, John Wick 4.
Yes.
Give me more.
Yes, please.
That's
I haven't
it.
seen any of them.
Give me more.
My number 4, as I don't know if you guys know about this one, but it is a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie called Mutant Mayhem. And man, I love me some Ninja Turtles. And I even like the Michael Bay ones as much as people like to hate on them.
The second one is better than the first one,
Sure.
in my
But
opinion.
I like them. I like them both.
Yeah.
So my second one is way more niche.
I've never heard of
But I'm a huge fan of Genndy Tartakovsky, which is the
Oh.
guy who made Samurai Jack, Primal, Dexter's Lab. He has a movie coming out this year that is going to be, at the very least, be getting a limited release in theaters. And it's the first time that we're going to be getting a 2D animated feature in theaters. First time in a while. It is a rated R movie about a dog that is going to get neutered and wants to lose his virginity, and it's made by Gendy Tartakovsky.
What's it called?
It's called Fixed.
Oh,
Huh.
it's called Paws of Fury. Legend of Hank.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm really excited for that one.
The cow dog.
Yeah.
Huge fan of Gendy Tartakovsky.
What is number 4? Wait, did we just do number? No,
Yeah,
number
that
3.
Yeah. So
Number 3.
this is number 3. My number 3 pick. My number 3 pick is the Super Mario Bros. Movie.
Yes.
I have very conflicted feelings about
It's a
this
me,
one.
Mario.
I don't either. I'm fucking watching that.
Well,
Yes.
no, I have conflicted feelings about it because I don't know whether I should go in with high expectations or really, really low expectations.
Well, the last time we got a Super Mario Bros. Movie was
The bar is very low.
not only that, but I'm not a huge fan of Illumination Studios. I think they've only made like a couple movies that are good.
Despicable Me 1,
And, every other
Despicable Me
thing
3, Minions 1, Minions 2.
Every other movie that Illumination puts out beyond like the first Despicable Me movie is like awful. And I will stand by that.
I
But
haven't even seen it.
I will say, trailer looks pretty good. Mushroom Kingdom, here we go.
The voice acting's what
Yeah,
regardless,
You gotta
I'm
see
gonna
it.
have fun.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Now, my number 3 is also a sequel, much like my top 5, is Dune 2. Some of you may be upset that it's not higher, but it's with good reason. I love Dune. The book was awesome. I loved the first movie. Yeah.
Yeah, what are we at? Number 3.
Yeah.
Is Guardians of the Galaxy 3. First time I have seen a trailer for an MCU movie since Endgame and was excited for that MCU movie.
Yeah.
They got my boy
Yeah.
James Gunn back, and they played my favorite song in the trailer, one of my favorite songs. And I'm really looking forward to this.
Well, especially after the holiday special.
Mhm.
And
I
saw
I
it
still haven't
had
seen the
it.
holidays.
Really hate how Groot looks.
Yeah, but yeah. What are you gonna do?
I don't expect it to be like the best, but I at least expect to, not want to walk out of the theater.
Yes.
So,
All right. Number 2.
Number 2, mine is a sequel, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I'm super hyped. First movie was the best Spider-Man movie since Spider-Man 2, and if the same creators are doing it that made the Cloudy with the Chance Ball.
Cloudy with the chance of balls. Cloudy with the chance of balls.
They made Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, as well as some other animated movies, and Phil Lord and Chris Miller, I believe, are the directors. Everything they make is gold, and I'm super excited for
Like
it.
B.O.B. and
Yep.
Bruno Mars.
Mhm.
My number 2 is not what is it? No, it's not. Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. Like I said, I love Michael Bay, and it's not Michael Bay, but it is Transformers, and I like the big robots that go, "I am Optimus Prime," and they go, "Gah-gah-gah-gah-gah," and he goes, "Here I am." It's just gonna be and Big Monkey, Big Monkey. What's his name? Not Nemesis Prime. It's Primordial Prime or something.
Monkey Prime.
Monkey Prime, whatever his name is.
His name is Number Prime.
That's my number 2.
Okay, I can't think of 2 more, but huh?
Cocaine Bear's coming.
Well, yeah, but he already said that. But one movie that I am very excited to see that may be coming out next year, if not very early 2024, Maxine, which is the final chapter in the Pearl and X movies.
Stay in the frame.
So,
You're like dipping out while you're talking. Sorry, go ahead.
no, you're good. Maxine might be coming out next year, might be coming out early 2024, but it is the 3rd and final chapter in the Pearl and X movies, and I'm very excited to see where it leaves us.
Yeah. All right. This is number 1.
This is number 1.
Do we want to do honorable mentions, or do we just skip it? Okay. Yeah. All right. So our number 1 most anticipated movie of 2023, mine, is Oppenheimer. I'm a Nolan fanboy, and what can I say? Anybody who has the balls to detonate a nuclear bomb for a movie and then film it using specially made IMAX film, that person is insane. And you know what? We need more insane people in this culture. We don't have enough.
Yeah. We
don't
need
have
more
enough.
insane people to detonate nuclear bombs.
We do. We don't have enough of them doing that. It's been like what, 70 years? Come on, guys. Anyways,
So my number one, the movie I'm most excited about coming in 2023 is Fast 10.
your
Oh,
seatbelts.
yeah. I am so excited for that movie. You guys don't. If you can't tell by this list, I'm not a real filmmaker. I am. I'd like to think, but if you look at lists from real filmmakers, they're actually films, and mine are just other shit that nobody likes, and it's like it's bad. I'm so ready.
Hey man, whatever you like.
I just cannot think of another movie that's coming out next year.
You can
So
you
I'll
can
just
also say Fast
reiterate,
and-
Maxine. I'm really
Remember,
excited
there's
to
two
see
slots.
the third one.
Okay, well. All right, so comment below if you agree with us. What did you like in 22, and what are you looking forward to in 2023?
That's what I was gonna say.
Well, I beat him.
Yeah,
Thank you for watching, everybody. If you like what you see, I hope you subscribe. Like this video.
No,
if you
no. You better subscribe, or we're gonna blow up a nuke at your house.
Yeah, and then we're gonna film
we
it.
DDoSed you.
I'm gonna film it.
Yeah,
with
we
this.
know your IP address.
That's true.
We're gonna film
Hey.
with his 8K camera that actually only has 2 pixels.
Hey, it's a 4K and it has 4
Oh.
megapixels. So they're really big. Okay. Anyways, we hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Next week.
Yeah.
With the super fun video. So
That's
stay
true.
Tuned. Stay tuned.
Science.
Kyle, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still sweaty from it. So.
Yeah. If that gives you any tip. Okay. Bye.